Iterate over key and value pairs. If I want to know both of them in a single for loop, you remember we had a function which is called as enumerate here. Where was that enumerate? Yeah, enumerate. What enumerate used to do is it used to give us a index value as well as the value, as well as the actual value, index position as well as the value. What this is doing, this is giving us student dot items key as well as value. What do I mean by key? Key means, let me just copy it here. Key means in the key, what will it return? It will return name, and in the value it will return couple, then it will return age, and then 32 grade A, and this, because we already saw this dot items functions above, right? So it will return like that. Even though without for loop also, if I show you, right, print student dot items, it will return like that only. You see, it will return it's returning key value pairs, right? See, name, couple, age, 32. By using for loop, I can separate these values. I can separate key and I can separate value. Okay, I can do like this also, key colon this, and then value colon this, or I can do an arrow like this. Yeah, you see, every time the for loop is run, I'm getting a key, I'm getting a value. So it's similar to enumerate function. So it's returning key and value, two values separately, and then I can decorate as needed. So this is a f string, if you remember from our initial sections, f string. So what f string does is you just have to put f in the front after the print braces. You have to put f, then double quotes, and then wherever you will put a bracket, right, it will not directly print this word in the output. It will try to search it where in the for loop. This is key value. So every iteration the value of key will be replaced. Okay, let me not confuse you. Value from dict. See, key value, key. Whatever this is returning here, right, it is getting printed here. Whatever it is returning here, it is getting replaced by this point. Okay. 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 Any challenges up to this point? Okay. 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 So nested dictionaries. What do I mean by nested dictionaries? A dictionary can also have dictionary inside them. The way we saw a list was having multiple lists in them, right? We saw a tuple also having a tuple within them, right? Similarly, dictionaries can also have dictionaries within them. Okay, so this is this I mean this student is a big dictionary, and in that, what I'm trying to say is this particular key, this student one is a key, right? Colon left side, it's a key. Left side of the column, colon, it's a key. This is a colon, by the way. So let me just put some spaces here. So on the left side we have a key. Okay, and this complete is a value. This is a key, this complete is a value. Okay, so when I go inside the uh, curly braces, this column left side, this is a key, this is a value, then age is another key, and 32 is another value. You're able to recognize this, right? This particular outer yellow braces is representing, so is representing a bigger dictionary. So what I did is, I mean, usually we used to write like this, right? I just hit an enter. Usually we used to write like this, right? Whenever we saw tuple example or list example, what I have done is, I just kept an enter. So here like this, and here like this, and here like this. That's it. Okay, so even if you do in one line also, it's the same. If you put an enter also, it's the same. It doesn't change the functionality of next of nested dictionaries. Okay, so this is student one. On the left side, what do I have? On the left side, I have key. This for student one, this particular complete thing is a value. For student two, this complete thing is a value. For name, only this is value. For age, only this is value. Okay, so if I print students, it's printing in single line. So student, and then for student, it's a complete value. For this student, it's a complete value. Access nested dictionary elements. Now it became a 2D, right? Two dimensional. So now how will I access? So in the similar fashion we understood in tuples and list. So the first square brackets represent what? Represent the outer part. What is outer part? This student one or two. Okay, let me just comment this. So I gave what? I gave here a key. Key. Why did I give here a key? To reach to this step. Okay, I need to identify. I need to get the name of right student name. I need to get. So in the first section, what will I write? Or in the first square brackets, what will I write? I write this as in key. Okay, and then here what I'm writing? I'm writing another key to reach where? To get this value. Okay, student to reach the outer key, and then again I'm doing again this to reach the inner key. Okay, I mean we can again do like this if there would be if there is an 3D kind of a dictionary, but in our example it's only a 2D, but the example can go to 3D 4D, how whatever the D are. Okay, it can go up to infinite. So in the similar fashion, we access the elements of a 2D dictionary. So let me just run this first and then run this. So what do I got? Peter. Now you will help me to get the age of Kapil. So in this example, I mean, I need to get the age of Kapil. So what should I do? What should I type here? You guys have to help me. Okay. Just tell me what should I type here? What should I type here? Okay. To get the value of age, I need the value of age. Okay.
I think you just need to copy the same thing, but it's gonna be student one.
Mm-hmm.
And if we are looking for its age, we just put age as a string, and then we run it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, nice, correct. So others are also able to understand this, right?
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you. Mm-hmm. So in the similar fashion, I mean, uh, you can access other elements also. It's not a very big dictionary, but yeah, you got the concept.
Okay, quick question.
Uh-huh.
It's the same thing for the um student two, right? And student two name, instead of name, we put age, which is 35.
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
Replace age by oh yeah, okay, okay. Age output gonna be 35. Okay,
Ah, okay.
good.
Mhm. Okay, good. Now, you remember the items functions. I'm just using student dot items. I'm just showing you. Okay, it's the same output I think we got here. Yeah, it's the same. So iterating over nested dictionaries. Now, this is interesting, right? Iterating. Let me just copy this. This is my nested dictionary, and then I am iterating over what? Iterating over this dictionary. Okay. So how does for loop works? Uh, outer for loop iteration, first iteration. So student dot items, you remember from the previous example, student dot items will return a key, a value. Okay, what do I mean by key and value? Key means this key and value means this. Key means this, value means this. So if I'm using student.items, what will it return? It will return yeah, student. Did it take? It's telling student ID, but it's not a student info. But yeah, anyways, student ID. It's taking. It's a student. I should keep as a. Sorry, student. Not. It's not student. I mean, it's not a student name. It's a student name. Okay. And then yeah, let's see. Student. Huh. It does not change anything much. Okay, so students not items, what will it return? So let's what we do, let's directly, what I'm trying to do is print students dot items function I'm using, right? If you see what it is returning me, oh sorry, it's students. It's returning me the complete thing, student one, and then this 2D dictionary. Yes, student one, and then the 2D dictionary. So what will it return here during the first iteration? If you remember from previous examples, so it's an outer loop means what? This line is executing of for loop. What this line is telling? This line is telling student dot items will return you something which will get stored where in student underscore name, will be having some value, and student underscore info will have some value. Let me just comment this. What will student underscore name and student underscore info will have? Let me try and run shoot. It will have where is that? Okay, let me try to place this here, and so you will be info. Okay. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Okay, so student underscore name, I should put comma here, let's say. So I need a separator. Yeah, okay. So student underscore name is having what during the first iteration? I have commented the nested for loop for now, just to make you understand. Student underscore name during the first iteration has what? Student, this student. Okay, let me copy this. And student underscore info, it's having this complete dictionary here. Okay, in the second iteration, what will happen? This particular variable in the outer, I'm talking about outer loop. In the iteration 2, what will happen? This will have student 2 and the values of student 2. Okay, now if I do a nested loop, what will happen? After this first run, inner loop will start, right? uh, inner inner for loop for iter 1. Now outer for loop iteration first, inner for loop will start, right? What inner for loop is telling? Again run student info dot items. What is student dot info? Student info is having this thing, right? Student info is having this thing. Then what will be the value of key? What will be the value in key? There will be some value in key, right? And what will be the value inside key variable, and what will be the value inside value variable? So when you run a for loop on this, what will happen? And you use student info dot items. So this will get separated, right? This key will get separated, and it will come here where it will come here as a key as a name and value as an couple. Okay, is this part is clear up to this point? Clear, right? Let me see. Clear, right? Anybody having any doubts in this first inner iteration of for loop?
Yes, we double checking, but so far it's okay.
Okay, so this For outer loop, it's a first iteration. In first iteration, student underscore name got this value, student underscore info got this value, okay, from this dictionary. When inner loop is running, key, this particular key, when we are running for loop on which? For loop on this element. Okay, so this name will come here, this value will come here, and once this is done, we just have to print it, right? It will just print it. Key value, let me do like this, key, and then I should do an arrow, and then value, let me do an arrow. So in the first iteration, when the first for loop ran, it gave the value in student underscore name is what? As a student one, where this one, and student underscore info, this complete value was assigned to which variable? This variable. Okay, and then we've printed it, and then we again ran a for loop, nested for loop, and in that we use this function. Now this student underscore info, what is the value of student underscore info? This particular value. On this particular value, on this particular dictionary, I have to run a for loop, which is inner for loop. So this will return what? This will return a key, and this will return a value. So what is key? This is key, and this is a value, so it returned this. But once first iteration will be this, and in the second iteration this values will be returned. Okay, for loop will run until this gets exhausted. It has to get exhausted, right? So when will it get? Student underscore info will get exhausted when? After the second iteration, right? In the first iteration, second iteration, what will happen here? It will be age, and this will be 32. Okay, second iteration for inner loop, this inner loop will run twice, right? Because we have two values here. So once this is finished, then the control will come to outer loop.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed our session at LWP Labs. For more videos like this, you can subscribe to our channel and contact the number for live classes. The future is now with AI.